So we're here in Madison, South Dakota at Dakota State University. I'm joined by Dr. José-Marie Griffiths, the president of the university. Dr. Griffiths, thank you so much for having us here today.
Thank you, Todd. Appreciate it.
You've spoken a lot about the symbiotic relationship between security and AI. And now we have quantum computing on the horizon. It's really not on the horizon anymore. And that's going to accelerate both those domains to levels we haven't seen. Talk to us about those dynamics and how you see that unfolding.
I've seen the interrelationship for quite a long time. I was on the National Security Commission for AI, and we were talking about AI, and I was looking at workforce for them, that workforce task force. But when it came to cybersecurity, there wasn't much conversation. And I was saying, but AI can really do so much for cybersecurity. We can develop models that can do some of that early penetration testing, evaluation of results, and so on, plus other things.
Talk to us about the impact AI is going to have in the agricultural realm.
Yeah, agriculture is an area that came rather late to notions of cybersecurity and critical infrastructure. It is a critical infrastructure, obviously. So we've been working with some entities, Case New Holland being one, to look at agricultural vehicles and how they communicate, how they take information from sensors, how they communicate with the satellites, and how we can make those much, much more secure, because in the past, they haven't been very secure because nobody really thought about doing it.
How do you see AI transforming financial services?
I think we've actually been using AI in financial services for some time. If you think about the credit card companies and the calls you get about potential fraud when you actually did buy 4 pairs of shoes that day and it's okay, or I bought a piece of jewelry and they said, did you really pay this much for a piece of jewelry? But I'll tell you where it's lacking. I went to Australia recently, and I got my hotel payment was being paid in advance, and the payment was stopped. And I get a message, it comes in the middle of the night, that says, is this your payment? And it was, but what the financial services sector did not know, I had purchased my air ticket on that credit card. I had paid for my visa on that credit card, and it didn't quite link it to say, oh, she's coming to Australia soon. Maybe she'll be staying at a hotel. So they're using AI in some ways, but not necessarily comprehensively, to start gathering all this information to create a picture of my life and what I'm doing in various locations.
How do you see AI transforming healthcare?
So if I think about healthcare, there's a lot of application already in looking at data, healthcare data, particularly scans and imaging, and extracting more information out of those. So we've already heard about earlier detection of certain kinds of cancers from scans, because artificial intelligence can take a lot more data than we human can process. And so they're able to help with diagnostics. But at the same time, artificial intelligence is also going to be helpful in the development of new vaccines, in the development of therapeutics, in a whole number of areas. I think the first challenge is there's a little bit of fear on the part of organizations. They're not quite sure where to start. I mean, there's so many different areas where artificial intelligence could play a role. So where do I put my resources? Get involved, play with it a little bit, understand the different potential applications, look at your data assets in particular, and look at the products and services you're generating, and see which ones are the ones you would want to amplify to help you move ahead.
Dr. Griffiths, thank you so much for your insight and your time.
Thank you very much. Thank you.